All right.
Going live, as usual. I need some calming music like that today. You know, today was the day I took Abby to the vet and got her back, Altogether, the Jackson trip, which saved me money for sure, with the current vet. But you combine it with the vet bill I got today, it's going to be about shy of about what it was last time she went to the vet, about $1,100.
Woof. Ouch.
But see, now I've already paid the Jackson people, and so that doesn't, today was like 560 something, something like that.
You know what? Actually, might be worth it for you since she's getting up there in age. Just get some of that doggy insurance. It's really cheap and it saves you a lot. Especially if you have to have like surgery or something.
Yeah. Yeah, they took the lump out. At first, he was talking like he didn't take the lump off, but he did. And he said, I can send it off to the lab. I said, no, don't worry about it. Just got it out. He thinks he got it all one mass. It just felt like, self-contained, like you said, it was probably a clogged up mammary gland after being neutered,
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, something. So, I'm not going to worry about a biopsy with it. That would have been another about $150, and I'm not going to worry about that. Hey, Dave, Genuine Comics, a lot going on with Genuine Comics. I saw his tweet. I still like to call it Twitter. I don't care. X is just like, I saw his ex. No, that sounds like I'm wanting to date his ex-wife. What the hell? Or, whatever. I don't know. I don't miss confusion.
So hail Genuine Dave.
That's today's show, misconfusion. But he said he was like close to 700 subscribers now. He's like up to 691, if I remember correctly.
Very nice.
And just a guy that talks about comics and with other people and does interviews. And people find that interesting.
Yeah, I try to catch Dave's show whenever I can. It's one of my work and lurk shows because he's usually on while I'm at work.
Yeah. Yeah, but about 2 our time, right? About 2 Central our time, I think.
Yeah, 1 or 2. I can't remember when I usually start to catch it.
Today I didn't go with Unicorn, Mermaid, or any of those other strange drinks. But
he's not Kevin. Okay.
But today's will be Kiwi Lime. That doesn't sound too bad.
No, that one sounds pretty good.
Kiwi Lime
sounds a lot better than Mermaid.
Yeah. Well, now actually, Mermaid, I will probably mix up here pretty soon. Again, because it really wasn't compared to the others. It wasn't that bad. Like I said, it kind of tasted watermelon-y.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were saying it. It's just that's a fucked up name for a drink, dude. I'm sorry.
Peter Orchard Studios saying, "How's tingling, guys? Tingling?
Hey, Peter.
Autocorrect. I knew what it was. Tingy, ting. You should not." My screen is real small. I don't know why. I guess I have to reset it.
Should not work on Sundays. I try not to work on. Oh, is your show
not
usually
work on Sunday?
Sundays?
Shadow, it's a rest day.
A drink with Brink. Well, then there's something else I'm catching of you during the week. You're doing another show at some point, like on Wednesday, maybe, Jay. You got something going on in the middle of the week? Maybe I was just doing a rewatch or something. That could be too. I can't keep track of anything anymore.
Let's see if I can make my screen bigger. Whoop, that made it smaller. Went the wrong direction.
My
I was
brain
going
has been
back and
baked
forth
for
trying to
2 weeks
confuse
in the
me. What
sun.
the heck? There we go. Don't want to make it too small because it makes the chat small, you know. Let's see. I think we could go up a hair. I like to be able to read the comments over to the right and on the screen. And yeah, getting back on StreamYard was kind of a hassle, you know. It was telling me I had insufficient funds, and I was like, no, I don't. But I was failed to look over to the right. There's 2 plans. They automatically put you on a yearly plan.
Oh, Jesus. Of course they do.
You know, I'm not trying to sell you this Lamborghini over here. But this is the first car we're going to look at. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so once I put it to monthly, hey, it took it, you know, so.
Right. There you
go.
Well, dude, if you're not paying attention, that's how they get you, you know.
I had to go to my bank anyway. My card, I got a voter fraud thing. They knew nothing about it, the bank. Maybe I tried like 4 times, well, multiple times at Dollar Tree. Then I said, okay, I couldn't get anything. Okay, wasted trip yesterday. I was going to get her some, get her what I could get, you know, get her some treats. I think that was the reason I went. Nothing big, you know, just about $4 worth of stuff. I don't know, it wasn't much. And he gave me a new card, ran me off a new card today. So that's good. Because I've had
I just had to
with
do that with mine again like 2 weeks ago. Somehow or another, somebody got my information.
It's a chip, and run it as a chip. Oh no, we want you to swap it. Okay, so no, run it as a chip. Back and forth. Even at the Hobby Lobby place, you know, they have like a monitor woman there that kind of overlooks, and really the checkout, they only have one checkout open, which was kind of unusual. I guess it was slow. Maybe she had all the other girls doing stuff, but she was like, you got to do it like 4 times. That's what she told the cashier. Why?
No, there's something right with that.
Why? But I did it 4 times and it worked. I bought a couple more of those, you know, for head sketches, 110-pound paper pads for $1.99. Half price what I was paying.
Interesting news there. I hadn't seen that, Genuine Dave. So what happened? Did they go all Rainbow Coalition or something, and then people revolted? What happened to Jaguar? I know their quality's been going down for years, man. At least here in the States.
Rebranding, so I guess the rebranding didn't work. Kind of like Coca-Cola.
You know,
they went to New Coke, and that didn't last long at all. And then
I don't know. I haven't seen the commercials, so I don't know what they did. Hey, Homer Glitch.
So many shows and time zones. I know.
Yeah, 80s
especially
and 90s.
When you're over in the Netherlands. Great, hey, Gable. Got
hey,
Homer Glitch in the house. Homer Glitch.
Homer. Good to see you, Homer.
So I hope I left my. I hope I'm about down to a quarter of a tank gas. So maybe I got to mail those items I sold on eBay. Good thing is I sold about $140 worth of stuff on eBay. Woohoo! Two production pieces, and one of them was from Marvel Team Up number 8, I believe, number 7 or 8. Yeah, Jaguar went all alphabet audience. Well, there you go. Good.
There you go. Go woke, go broke.
You're gonna go woke, go broke. I have, you know.
Yeah, like I said, I've heard terrible things, especially their SUVs. Apparently had major transmission issues over the last few years. Like, you know, you spent all this money on a damn Jaguar, and like 6 months later, your transmission falls up. So
that's not good. You know, they got. I heard on the radio. I forget who it was. I think it might have been with Ford. I don't want to disparage Ford.
So if you're
if
not
it
sure,
wasn't
you can
them.
say
But
a car company.
I'm not sure. A car company had a recall, and that was from like 2017 vehicles.
Yo,
So, you know,
hey, Marcus.
sometimes it
Marcus
takes,
Pellegrino in the chat.
anyway, kiwi lime today.
All right, give us your dun 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 the Mixie drink review.
It's actually, stronger tasting than some of these light flavors like unicorn, mermaid. Like I said, tastes like watermelon, sort of
Oh,
riney, really.
mm-hmm. Those
But
names still kill me.
it's not bad. It's not bad. You
Yeah,
know.
kiwi lime's like one of the few that you've had recently that I'd be like, yeah, I'd probably drink that.
Well, they had like mango, vanilla, some you hardly
See,
see any straight
yeah,
mango.
I'm
It's
not a big
usually
mango
mango
guy,
mixed with something.
and
You're not a
vanilla
mango
is
guy?
not. Yeah, and vanilla is more like milkshake flavor. I don't like as far as like a water or something like that. I don't
Yeah,
really
they had
want
a
vanilla.
coconut. I haven't tried vanilla. I haven't
Coconut's
tried.
fine. I like coconut water or coconut milk out of the can.
Oh, coconut water, one of the best things you could drink,
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I can't remember if I ever drank coconut water, but I did try and clone carrots, and you suspend that in coconut water.
Well, I usually put like a half a can of coconut water into my smoothie in the summertime because I won't eat like a solid lunch in the summer because it's
Mhm.
too hot. It doesn't agree with me. So I make
Yeah.
smoothies and I do bananas, berries, yogurt, and then some coconut water and maybe a dash of little chocolate syrup every now and again just to kick it up a notch. And
Yeah. Yeah.
it's good stuff.
And I mean, you're sweating like a pig in the factory anyway, so you need to
Mm-hmm.
hydrate real good.
Oh,
So
dude,
that's
I
good.
I go through 6 bottles of water a day, like every day for the last 2 weeks, and I'm still just dying of thirst by the
See,
time
I
I
have
get
to
out
have
of
that flavored water because if it's a regular water, it just runs through me. I have to go to the bathroom
it.
much
Yeah, see,
more
I
on just
I
regular
don't know.
water.
I don't know. I've always been that way in the heat, though. I'd rather just have
I
water
get it.
or something like that for.
Hey, man, that's the healthiest thing you can have. It's just plain water,
I eat a lot of
Uh,
watermelon this time of year. Like for lunch, I'll just take chunks of watermelon in my smoothie, something like that.
so got up a couple hours early, probably about
Mm.
5:30 in the morning, and gave her a bath.
Oh,
Took a bath, shower myself, but I took her a bath. I wanted to. It's been a
how
while
is
since
she okay? Even I know she just had that little surgery. Is she?
Yeah, there was one next to it where the one fell out, and I guess there was some deep root, like 3 deep roots, whatever. He had to do some of that, and I'm gonna have to go back and get the stitches taken out. Of course, I'll have to go back on a regular basis for her heart murmur medicine and pick it up
Mm.
there or get it somewhere cheaper. I don't know. I don't know.
You
Really,
can, dude. I would look online. There's a lot of good pet supply
okay.
services online.
Yeah, he said, "Oh yeah, we could do that for you." Like, you know, he didn't know I was
Mm.
gonna ask him that, but,
But
because
you
I
can
wouldn't
probably
know
get
where
it
to go get it.
cheaper, like and they'll deliver it. So
Yeah.
you don't have to
He
go
owes
anywhere.
me
You don't.
5 pills, like, he only had so much on hand. They were 2 different, one was bigger than the other, whatever. I just been kinda wrapping it in cheese and giving it to her twice a day. Uh,
Mm.
I've got a 30-day supply, but then, on the way back from Jackson, Tennessee, uh, I thought it blew out of the truck. I really didn't know what happened to it. I thought it went with the turtle. But I thought, man, that would be crazy of me if I put that medication
Did you ever find it?
in the back where it would blow out because it was so light. I said, surely I didn't do that. But I didn't make it here with it. Well, it was sitting on Elsie's couch, and it took him, I don't know, 2, 3 weeks to see it there
Oh,
in the
so Elsie
bag.
found it on his couch.
Elsie found it and mailed it, and in that meantime, she mailed me some others. So I had like 2 months at that point,
Oh, well, that's good.
and I'm giving her heartworm
Heck,
and the tick and
yeah,
flea sort of stuff as well. But she
yeah.
got
You got to do that during the summertime anyway.
She got the mass off her belly, and she stitched up there.
Well, that's good.
I think he pulled a couple teeth besides that other, but I mean, overall, he was, you know,
I mean,
her teeth are in
she
pretty good
doesn't
shape.
seem to be in any pain after coming
He
home
gave
or
me an
anything.
anti-inflammatory to give to her for about 6 days, 5-6 days.
Okay.
And it's a big pill. I gave her one when she got home, wrapped it in cheese. She didn't have any problem with it. I think she pretty much swallows that whole, you know.
Mhm.
I don't know, but
Yeah, they gobble it down, dude. It's
yeah, she's still got a band, I guess maybe where they were running a line to her
oh, like
leg.
one of those little stretchy Band-Aid ones.
Well, something. I haven't even had time really to look at it, so I'm gonna have to cut that off with scissors probably. I may leave it
like
on
her.
there tonight because we do go out and spray mosquitoes
Oh,
tonight.
you mean like an ID band or something?
Yeah, an
Like,
IV band or something on her leg. Yeah,
oh, okay.
I guess he just forgot to cut off, you know, or
Yeah.
whatever. So I can cut that off. I didn't ask him about that, but I got home thinking, well, what am I going to do with this? You know, I
Right.
gave her a couple meals
It's a
because
souvenir, right?
before the surgery, they didn't want her to eat. And I let her get a
No,
little drink of water and cut her water short, her drinking it, and let her out early this morning. And that was all. And then I put her water up because I didn't even want her to have a lot of water. They just slightly sedated her, you know. But
yeah, like a
there was
Twilight
a
sleep
skin
kind of thing.
tag that he said was somewhere, I don't know, and he tied a little thing around it. He said it'll fall off. I said, yeah, she's got one on her elbow. She got little skin tags that come up from time to time now that she's getting older, you know,
Yeah,
or molds, you know.
that's nothing
RJ
too
Williams
unusual.
in the house. RJ Williams,
Hey, RJ.
singular, not plural. Thanks for backing. Absolutely. And guess what? Since I did back, we're going to take a look at your campaign. I had it already, RJ. 15 backers now, $455.
Can't
We need to get
pronounce it
hopping
right.
on this campaign. 8% there because he's asking for $6,000. 58 days to go. We need to get the word out on this. Luke Stone artwork even has a Doc Blaylock cover there, cover B. I did prefer cover A. Sorry. It's just that's a really dope cover. I am assuming by Luke. He's got a good write up on the campaign. Very, you know,
All right, I'll alert
very,
the media.
very uncomplicated.
Nice, clean campaign.
Yeah, nice, clean campaign. Yeah.
I think that's good, especially for your early campaigns. You don't want to get too bogged down in all kinds of stuff. Sometimes people get overwhelmed by too many choices.
Well, let's play the trailer, shall we?
We shall.
Hey, K-pop. Stop the villain and save the world. No need to sign up. It is live on Fund My Comic. Go check it out over there. I dropped the link up here for another campaign that I talked about yesterday, but Restream wouldn't let me drop the link to it. Here it is. There we go. And it is called Prodigy New Age Hell on Earth, book 0, and that's over on Indiegogo, the pink channel. So let me bring it up here real quick. No trailer with this one, as far as I know. Well, they've got these here, but I don't know what these are all about. You know, give it a shot. Pop Culture Rocks is doing this one. $67,537. Wow. 639 backers. Let's check this one out. Hey, Mike. He must have a major following. Augmented humans. Well, that was one of the many trailers I had. Pulp Culture Rocks. It's their campaign. Doing very well. I mean, $67,537.
Wow, that's not bad.
Yeah. Artwork looks pretty good. I mean, from the trailer that I saw, which they didn't have a main trailer, they had several other little things there. So,
who was this? I'm sorry.
Pop Culture Rocks. Pop Culture Rocks.
Okay. Pretty good looking stuff, man.
Yeah. A little DNA strand there. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That dude.
Sexy women. Oh wow! Look at that! Look at the arrowhead there.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. It's got a very old image feel to it.
It does somewhat, yeah. Oh, it looks like they've got trading cards as well. Wow. Okay.
Prodigy. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice art, man. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. At the ladies.
Hello.
So
Phoenix
black and white
rises.
ash can, $22.
Something's rising.
So they got a ash can with that.
Nice.
Poster. The
Love the old
poster
ash can.
of this here off to the left. Verdict, nothing escapes him.
Hey, Mike. Hey, keep up, Junkie.
Okay, so they got a gun sight poster. I don't know. Posters, I mean, one claim there.
Yeah. I mean, if
14
I've got
claimed on
original
her,
art now
though.
to hang up, so I don't have room for posters anymore. But when I couldn't afford original art, I had posters. I still got a shit
unless
ton of
it's
posters. I just don't know what to do with them.
I mean, this one here sold 14, so that's worth producing. Sold one
Yeah.
gun sight there.
Well, I mean, I bought the Salamandroid Blacklight poster, but that was a special occasion. It's a Blacklight poster, and it's my favorite character. So,
Hero villain card set, $45, and $45 for a card set, 35 claims. So wow, I mean,
how many cards in the set?
10 card set with one guaranteed signed. Huh.
Okay.
I got your card set over there on the Devil Flyer. Prodigy New Age stuff box.
I'm just saying, how many were in the set?
Wow, $250 for this Prodigy New Age stuff box. 143 claimed. So a poster and a first edition just isn't good enough for you, is it? I knew you needed more, and here it is, the Prodigy New Age stuff box, and you will get everything that this campaign generates for one super low price. Everything you see and everything you don't. Every single perk is available right here. 143 claims. So wow.
If you can afford them, usually the box sets are a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
But too many times people say you're going to get everything, and then they come out with stuff later. Oh well, this one's not included.
Separate, right? Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I don't care for that too much either, because it is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay, we got some people in the back. We got an Omer Glitch, and we got a Doc Blaylock.
Wow.
Hey, there we go. Hey, Doc. Hey, Omer.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hey, Doc. Howdy, Omer.
Howdy.
$67,000.
Yeah, something like that. I mean,
I'd be pretty happy with that if I was.
And I've never heard of pop rocks or pop rock culture.
Make that on a campaign.
Well, just the one on the $250 box set, 143. That's
right.
That was $35,000. I mean, geez.
Yeah, I mean that was the bulk of the campaign.
In there, what the fuck, man?
That was the bulk of the campaign.
But if
so there's a lot of people that's
everything in the box, I mean that's the way to go. I think.
Does it come with a box? If you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, Carrie.
Oi, Carrie. Mike Walters.
Hello, Carrie. Hello, RJ. Hello, Mike. Hello, K-pop.
David, why did I send my mother to Atlanta?
Hello to the mighty chat.
There's no shame in hiding.
No, I've been doing it for years.
It's okay. You can come out now, Rex. It's the 21st century.
Did Dr. Jewish Grandma come out to play?
Hey, Tree Goblin, what's up?
Hey, Tree.
What's happening?
Not a moil. It's not a moil.
What's up,
Marcus Killigrew in the house as well?
Hail, Marcus. Good to see you, sir.
Now, look, I was just there. I was minding my own business, and I clicked on the Twixter, and I see a link, and I don't even know where the link goes.
Yeah,
click on
I've often done that
because I like to live on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am.
Very edgy guy. I'm gonna have to check my Gmail, Doc. I don't know if I got a tracking number or not, but I haven't got my book or novella yet. So while you discuss things between yourself, I'll see if he did send me a tracking number.
Okay, and if not,
It's
you know
at
how
the
to
neighbor's house.
you know how to reach out
I
to
know.
him.
I know how to reach out to him. Yeah. I
Yep,
just haven't.
yep.
I had
Reach
to
out
take
and touch someone.
Abby to the vet today and get that mass taken off her stomach, her teeth cleaned, a few
Yeah.
oral surgery things done. So she just got back home a little bit ago, about an hour before the show, and I've been busy today doing that. Just got up early, gave her a bath and stuff like that.
So I thought I was being witty today, Rex and Shadowhawk. I thought I was being witty. The publisher, my new publisher, reached out again and said, "Hey, we need you to generate a short 1-paragraph bio, about the author, and we need a headshot." So I was going to be clever. I said, "Damn, you just hired me, and I'm already taking headshots for you. Okay, who's the target?" And I thought, after I sent that, I thought maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, maybe they might take
Not
that
really
off.
professional. Yeah.
No, she got back to me like 10 minutes later. And she said, "That one took me a second. Then I spent 5 minutes laughing my ass off." Okay. All right. Huh? I'm with the right crowd.
All right, well, that worked out well. Thank God.
Yeah. Headshot. Who am I
That
taking
coulda-
out?
That could have gone south on you real quick.
Right?
StreamYard puts it under your friends. It says your friends. StreamYard limit reached. That was the other day. StreamYard is not my friend. It's not user friendly. I hate that they doubled the price on it without telling anybody.
They want to be your wallet's friend. They don't care about
that. There it is. There it is.
She's doing well.
But your wallet is very important to them.
Since they were going to put her under, they just wanted her to have a little bit of water, and that was it. No meal or anything. She was probably thinking, "Why is Rex putting me in a vehicle without feeding me and all this?" And whatever, we got there. She was all happy, go lucky, whatever. She likes to go, but usually, I get up and give her something to eat. Today I didn't, since she was going under the knife and going under some light anesthetic. So yeah,
But
she's doing good. She's doing all right. Good. Yeah, they didn't cut that little band off her arm, so I may leave it on there. We've got to go out and spray for mosquitoes tonight. Hopefully, last night was canceled, and actually we rested up for today because today was kind of stressful for me, and I just tried to sleep through it, not think too much about it.
There you go. Yeah.
Didn't want anything to happen to my child.
Well, we were praying for Eddie, right? So.
Yep.
Yeah, she's doing good. She's, I'm encouraged.
Well, good.
Glad to hear she will come out of it nicely. All right, Omer, who's this here working on, brother?
That's
this
a villain.
My character called Singe.
Singe, the villain.
Very cool.
He's got like acid sweat.
Ooh.
He falls into a vat of acid, and his metabolism absorbs with the acid, and he becomes this deformed monster that comes out of the vat. So it's kind of a little bit of a Joker Hulk mix, because he's got these massive legs at the bottom, and it allows him to jump really far. And he's kind of strong, and he has a little bit of a telepathic push power into your mind, and he can push pain into your brain.
Pain into your brain.
So kind of like an ex-wife.
Yeah. Exactly right. Yep.
Wow.
Bitches be popping.
Damn it, Bobby.
Yeah, so like the guy's a bodybuilder, right? And he goes and meets his testosterone injector drug dealer guy at this warehouse where he gets accidentally kind of knocked into the vat of acid, and he blames Glitch for it because Glitch comes in to break up the drug deal or whatever, and so that's how he becomes one of Glitch's enemies. But he's this guy who likes to be perfect, and he's a bodybuilder, and he loves working out his legs, never skips leg day. So that's why the legs get super bulked up and super muscular. But then like his body turns into this rot, and he hates that he's all deformed and stuff. And he gets
that's
big
classic
bulging
motivation
eyes.
for like an arch enemy. I love it.
Yeah.
It worked for the Joker.
It worked for Dr. Doom. Fucking narcissist, man. And then all you gotta do is screw up their look a little bit, and they'll hate you forever.
Yep. That's exactly where it comes from.
Very cool. Very cool.
Classic. Love it, Homer.
And then he gets cured by Glitch, and he becomes this character named as Jake Bishop, and he becomes this noir detective. No, I'm just kidding.
He becomes a detective.
Doc's like, that's my thing.
Homer's like, taking everybody's shit.
That sounds very familiar.
I'm pretty sure that shit didn't happen.
It's an alternate reality, Doc. It's a elsewhere story, elsewhen or whatever the fuck they call them.
Hey, I'm good. I'm good with fan fiction. I'm good with
it. Yeah, there's that, dude. Fan fiction just means people like your stuff, right? I mean,
right.
I got no problem with that.
Me neither.
I mean, hopefully, it's not nothing too furriness or whatever involved. But hey, whatever floats your boat, man. You guys write what you want.
Don't scare me like that.
So the Lucent Fractured Mind comic book is live. And I guess he has his own website for that now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Bancroft's been doing his own thing. Yeah.
And more power to him.
He got the Don Dump the other day. We got him like, what was it, 3 or 7 cells on the Don Dump on the studio.
Right on.
We had a
so
blast
is this $12,850? Am I reading that right?
Yeah, it's US. Yeah.
240 backers, 245 backers. Goal is 5,000, so he's already reached that. I guess this is the third Lucent book to come out.
And this
signed,
is just
unsigned,
like a supplemental.
Supplemental, okay.
Yeah, it's like by he's having someone else draw it. I believe that's the right one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing?
Justin Belmont now. Good to see you, Justin.
Well, it's kind of like a side story, from what I understand.
Yeah.
And he's coloring it, so
the art looks great. He's coloring it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd want the palette probably to remain the same.
Yeah.
52 days left on the campaign, 5 hours, 55 minutes, and 17 seconds. Very interesting.
I tried to back it on the day he was on, but since it was since it's Australian, my bank wouldn't let the transaction go through.
Hey, Belmont, drop your link in the chat there, buddy, so everybody can go sign up for your new Pencils Down project.
Pencils Down.
I want to show you a rare.
I can't see the wrenches, so
I want to show you a rare book, even more rare than the Lucent or Devil Fly or any of them. You remember the movie with Al Pacino, Serpico?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Serpico,
1976. Only 6 issues ever published, and a bit hard to come by nowadays.
I didn't even know they made a comic out of that.
With only 6 of them made, me either.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised. Oh wow, look at that shit.
Only 6 of them.
Was he a redhead in the movie? I don't remember him being a redhead.
No, I think that's probably artistic license
It's
there.
just
And what's wild is
stylist.
Yeah, I was gonna
When
say he had darker brown hair, I thought.
and this must be out of the States because I don't recognize all the. What's wild is right there where the lettering begins. It looks like there's water damage to that one. So, but what a rare book to be able to behold, no matter what.
Is it Italian? I know the Italians were doing a bunch of stuff back then, and they were
like
making
movie
knockoff comics.
adaptation
Maybe,
stuff.
yeah, maybe they got
Okay.
a cease and desist.
Yeah, I've been doing some digging today. I'm trying to find my
Maybe.
original 1989 Batman movie adaptation from DC Comics.
Can you do
Was there any particular reason?
Yeah, I'm putting together a little package to give to my newly discovered grandson. I didn't know I had until just a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Here's the joke of the day. No, I'm pretty sure it's do unto otters as you would have otters do unto you.
I like otters.
A nice theological debate there, Shadow.
Nice.
well, I have a better one.
Justin Belmont in the house.
Hello. They should have another one with a really hot chick with a really big chest, and it's just she says, "Do unto others as you would have others do unto you."
That's utterly crazy. Yeah. Now I forget, Shadowhawk, that she's not talking about you, because if she was talking about you here and not her cat named Shadow, that was a little weird. It took me a moment to figure out this. Shadow hates going to the vets. Let's say Shadowhawk.
Oh, I do. I know where they're sticking that thermometer. It's no fun.
Yeah. And talking about, because he knows where that stick is going. Not a fan. Yeah.
You're not used to it by now, Shadow?
No, and I hate shots, dude.
Bend over and
I'm really
cough.
averse to taking injections.
Everyone on panel is in pencils down. There you go. So drop the link to it. Drop the link.
Yeah, drop the link for what's it called? Lead Idols, I believe. Sign up page out there somewhere.
Yeah.
If anybody's got the link, please drop it in the chat. Let's get Justin some signups. Because we love Belmont.
We do.
I was going through some stuff earlier, and I came across a weaponized werewolf and a Smoke Spots sketch cover. I'm gonna have to send out and have somebody do some art for me on. I'm not sure where they're going yet, but eventually they'll get out there.
Is the new Pencils Down sign up on Fund My Comic, or where's the sign up at? I know I've seen it. Let me try to find the link here.
I think it's called.
I want to show that.
It's not called Pencils Down 2. I don't think. I don't know. I went. Justin posted a link on Twitter the other day. I went and signed up, so I'm not sure what it was exactly.
I'll find it. I find it. Found it.
I want to show Omer this. This is storm clouds in like western Texas there at sunset. Look at that. We got a little bit of rain here earlier. Just a little smattering.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it almost looks like a cloud explosion.
That's pretty cool.
Every time I see stuff for the flooding that happened here in Texas, I'm just kind of shocked.
Oh, dude!
I covered those two girls, those two Hispanic girls. They saved, like in between the both of them, they saved 20 other girls. And do you hear about it on the news? No, not really.
No.
But you know what you do hear about? There was some scumbag fucking lefty bureaucrat in Houston that was making fun of two little white girls that got swept away by the storm and hadn't been found yet. So hopefully she's gonna burn in hell and get fired.
Well, another great guy, Keith Gleason. Just want to check in real quick on Mighty Mascots. Still in demand. Triple size anniversary issue. Of course, got the Breakfast Brawler action figures and everything. This is a neat campaign. $3,885, 47 backers. I haven't backed this one yet, but
I got my tracking number today. My big old box set with all the figures and everything.
You did. So I knew it was probably nearing a close. This campaign's
keep naming Ross. How much longer it'll be up. If you guys haven't checked out the Gibbons and their awesome Mighty Mascots, go check them out.
Mighty Mascots.
I need a catch up tier. I mean, I was buying everything Mighty Mascots at the beginning.
I mean, if you guys like parody comics, you know, I mean, not everybody does, but I've always appreciated humor in comics. And,
wow. Okay.
It's a fun series. Man.
That now they've got the C cover. Remember, they just had it in pencil sketch form. Here it is in full color.
Yeah.
So very nice. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, great looking. I mean, the action figures are not. They're like, I don't know, 3D printed. They're stationary, but I mean, who cares, man? The packaging and they just look awesome, especially Brawler Bear there.
Hey, Omer and Carrie, thank you guys for dropping Justin's link. Very nice.
Cool.
Very nice. Ooh, a little glow in the dark. Yeah, baby.
Glow in the dark Mondo that you get when you buy the
Mondo's going. It's going right into Blacklight hallway.
Your Jackson Pollock splatter hallway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so it's got a few originals up there.
Yep. All the way on the ceiling. Nice.
Yep, that's right. You know, me and Mom get wild every now and again. Me and Mom get a little crazy every now and again. You know, is what it is. Hail, Sheldon Martin. It's good to see you.
I've been seeing a lot on X recently. The last 3 days, really. A lot of new postings with different pictures and stuff talking about the Noken. Do you know what the Noken is? Nokken.
Yeah, it sounds so familiar.
Noken? No idea.
Noken is a shape-shifting water horse in Norwegian lore. Those mounting the horse will be taken on a perilous journey finally into the watery depths to drown. So the horse will get you out in the water and then drown you. Shapeshifter.
Yeah.
The hell kind of messed up fucking legend is that?
I don't know, but I've seen a lot of postings on the Noken of late. I don't know why.
You're supposed to be able to trust your horse when you're out in the wild, man. They're like big dogs, sort of. I don't know. Horses have never liked me. Whatever. I've got a.
You like werewolves?
Yeah, and then I think they know I look at them as food. Yeah.
Here is a campaign from Dio, Toma Reckoning 3.
Dionysus, my boy. I saw this earlier.
Look at that, picking up a car. So cool. I don't remember him being black like that. Is that a change in the character, Shadow, or was he?
I think it's just it's a black and white and gray toned pick. It's not.
Yeah, he's just shaded black because he's under the car.
I think once his wife gets the colors on there, it's going to probably change quite a bit.
Okay, maybe. Yeah. But awesome work. I can't wait. I've got the catch-up tier and number 3 coming, so I can't wait to catch up on Tom.
His wife's colors kind of remind me of Kenneth Roquefort that we were talking about the other day. She's got kind of almost a watercolory kind of palette to things, especially her covers. I love it.
Sheldon Martin says, I think it was a red-haired, and then they changed it to black.
Okay.
Oh, on what? Serpico?
No, the werewolf.
Oh, the werewolf. Oh, okay. I got
you. The Serpico werewolf.
The Serpico werewolf. He doesn't need a drug sniffing dog because he's a werewolf.
That's right.
Oh, the guy sounds like they need more coffee.
Doc, you've been drawing the blight.
I'm on my 10th cup of coffee today.
No, I
I'm
am.
on first.
I'm editing and lettering Stephen
Okay.
B. and Billy Power Max's book.
Oh,
I
damn.
couldn't
So
see
he's on
where
like
he
his
said.
third pot of coffee today, man.
Oh yeah. I'm on my third jug of coffee today.
I think Anthony sent me Damn Dirty Thing, the digital. I think that's been a while ago. I'm not seeing a tracking number of late. So, but then I'll check more thoroughly in my Gmail, but I didn't see one. So I'll get a hold of him and say, where's my damn book?
And check your spam folder. Make sure it didn't go there.
Yeah, it could have went there. Yeah.
But
if he sent me a tracking number like last time, you said, well, he probably sent. I think he sent you his tracking number. That's been days ago, so it's been quite a while. I mean, I should have. I know we had COVID there for a while.
Check your spam folder.
Oh man, Anthony had COVID. What the hell?
Just because you got a tracking number doesn't mean it wasn't sent regular mail, right? So it might still take a few days.
Yeah, true.
He had
especially
COVID
with everything going on.
Ago.
We've had floods and holidays and all kinds of shit happening. So
floods in Texas. Yeah. Comedian Marty Feldman was born in London, England, on July 8th, 1934. So today is Marty Feldman's heavenly birthday. Man, he was a strange character.
Also
of course, I was thinking him
Feldman.
Young Frankenstein.
Was he on Gunsmoke too?
I don't think so, but he would have been great. Actually, Jack Elam, who has a crazy eye too. He's in there.
Oh yeah, he's the dude from Cannonball Run that played the wacky doctor.
Yep.
Yeah. The doctor.
And there's one actor I keep seeing on recent Gunsmoke.
Would have been good on Gunsmoke then.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, by the time I mean Gunsmoke went up to 1975, so I imagine that there's a lot of actors, coming in.
Good. I mean, I never knew Burt Reynolds was on there. There's like a lot of people that have been in there that I was like, really?
Yeah.
Rex has talked so much about Gunsmoke. I'm gonna go watch all the freaking seasons too at some point, just because he's talked so much about
it. Dude, I feel like I already have at this point. I mean, Rex.
Good luck with that.
There was a good one where they did to me a fake out, Shadowhawk. Remember I told you maybe season 3 or 4, they had the same episode, they replayed an episode. Maybe they were short, so they just showed one from the previous season. Now that's the weirdest thing I've seen.
What? Wow!
I've already watched this in the last season. What is this?
So Gunsmoke is set in Carson City, right?
No.
Dodge City.
No. Is it Dodge? You've got me confused now. Dodge.
Yeah, I believe it's Dodge City.
All right. So,
whoa, wait. Was Doc wrong?
No, I asked a question on Glitch.
No. He was just asking a question.
He said it was in Carson City, right?
That's a question.
It's not a statement. It had a question mark.
No.
Oh, okay.
Get out of Dodge.
So anyway,
kind of wrong.
Hey Jay,
you would think in all that time that show ran, how many seasons was it?
20,000.
20 years.
1955 to 1975.
Yeah, so 20 years.
Lord.
Of at least one person getting gunned down by the local marshal every week. You would think that at some point somebody might say, hey, crime rate's a little high in Dodge City. We might need to go find out what the hell's going on down there.
Welcome, Mark. Largent.
The sheriff is running wild out here.
Hi, guys.
What's up, Mark?
Hey, Mark.
Oh, nothing much.
Someone send Jake Bishop.
And hail the Art and Times of Jay Ryan in the chat. Good to see you, sir.
What's up, Jay?
What up, Mark?
We're just talking a little Gunsmoke. I'm watching I'm on season 14 right now, so I'm binge watching.
Episode 6,730.
Yeah, I was going to ask
I don't know what episode, but Doc, there is more than one person killed per episode. I mean,
right.
So we were just trying to figure out the math. That there was how many
the body count.
How many episodes per season?
Oh, see, now that's a future film I want to do, is a body count of of Gunsmoke because there would be many.
Oh.
And then you know what?
In fact,
Go in.
one episode they stole that I watched recently. They stole a bunch of gunpowder and guns from the army. Well, he goes up to the back of the barn, kicks it in, and fires about 3 bullets in one of those barrels, and boom goes the whole barn. Takes them all out.
So this is what we need. We need a supercut of every kill in Gunsmoke,
mm-hmm.
and then keep a count on screen, and then
kill count.
Once you're
dude, that'll be like 3 hours long.
Yeah, once you're done, once you're done, you have to pan the camera across the Dodge City graveyard, the cemetery.
It's bigger than the city.
And the close
there were
up,
635 episodes.
Yeah. Okay. So at least so probably about 1,000 kills.
Yeah. So at least 635 dead.
Yeah. Each of the tombstones will have killed by Marshall Matt Dillon. Killed by Marshall Matt Dillon. Killed by Marshall Matt Dillon.
Well, now Festus ain't no slacker, you know.
So who went
so what
out
we're saying is that
and
Matt Dillon was
22 people
the like most
to Dodge City.
Like Marshall Matt Dillon was the most prolific serial killer in America.
He was. He was.
Yeah, but it wasn't that intense.
And hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. So it's the unaired episode of Gunsmoke. Did you hear about this one? Angela Lansbury rolls into town for Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, she could. She's old enough.
Oh shoot!
I was going to say I don't think the population of Dodge City was 635. So who recruited new people to move into town to get killed every season?
Yeah, the graveyard was like 3 times bigger than the town itself. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, like the
sauntering to places going, hey, we've got an empty house over here. It's yours if you want it.
Yeah, beginning the series in 55. I mean, for like 5 or 6, he would begin a little oratory thing. He'd be walking through Boot Hill, and that would kind of like spark off a little philosophical thing. His thoughts before the episode began. But after a while, they stopped doing that. But it was a while. That's the way Gunsmoke
Rex,
started.
we could make a whole show based on that, recapping each episode, how many people died, and go through the whole series. And each episode we do a kill count review, and then add them up.
Well, there's an episode where he's accused. You're a I forget what he said. Like, you're a butcher. Yeah, he kept calling him. The one guy that survived was accusing, you're a butcher. You killed all 3 people, of his gang or whatever. And he eventually killed him too, I think. But yeah, I mean, he was saying, you're a butcher, because he waited outside till they came out, as they were coming out the door. I mean, he was one guy against like 4 or 5 of them. So he killed all but one. And then he was going, oh, you're a butcher, even had to shoot one guy twice, but there's been a few times he's gotten it too, gotten shot.
Have you guys seen the pictures they have of the main town set? Because they had it indoors.
Yes, and you can kind of tell that when they go to color, the or even black and white, the opener. They have a painted mirror or backdrop.
Yeah. It's wild to see they'll have a picture from far out and you can see the top of the
frame.
Yeah, the sound stage with the lights and everything, and they're riding horses.
Yeah, they extend the city,
whole thing,
in perspective, but it doesn't just quite look right. That's one that I wouldn't want to see in high definition, because it looks bad enough for the way it is,
Standard.
But I mean, that's the way they did it. Yeah.
They can fix that with AI now.
Yeah, they could
just fix it.
But I mean, is it the same show? No. Look, you either like it all warts and all, or you don't. And that's why you know, I treasure.
Wait, nobody likes warts and all. Like nobody wants a wart.
Look, man, look what you're drawing, and you're saying you don't like warts. Look at that.
Those are boils. That's different.
Okay, boils or blisters. I mean, close enough to warts.
This guy's on fire.
I call him Mr. Skin Tag. What the hell? Ooh, don't touch me.
The other day I was talking about drawing this character, and I was like, you know what? I wonder if this is something subconscious in my mind from when I was a teenager, and I didn't want to have really bad.
You didn't want to catch VD.
Right? Yeah. Well, yeah. Because I was really I'm still superficial, right? But now I'm just fat, old, and ugly. So,
and I feel like I'm taking heat from the chat, you know, when it's talking about, oh look, I didn't bring up Gunsmoke. It was Homer this time. He was making a joke, you know.
So, I'm beginning to become fascinated with Gunsmoke.
Yeah, I will say this about seeing the old TV shows about it in HD is the colors look great. Because it was the old Technicolor type stuff, and we've only ever seen them in standard def with the NTSC colors. When you get them, wow! Especially those mid 60s ones when color first came in, and they were really colorful. They're wild to look at.
Yeah, like the color chrome on the like yellows were really good, and the purples, right? It just
Yeah. Well, I remember when I got my first Blu-ray player, one of the first things I checked, I got Superman the movie, because on DVD and everything, his outfit was kind of an aqua blue, and his cape was kind of orangish red.
Yeah.
And you put it side by side, and you could see it, you know, blue and red, and it was like, wow, we've just, you know, we took it for granted that's the way it was. We didn't really pay attention to it, but it was shocking when we did start getting better color.
You can see the true color.
Yeah.
Here is something I wanted to share with Shadowhawk. His thing kicked him. I can remake Gunsmoke to have a kill at the end of every scene.
In the background, just getting shot.
Garlic butter steak bites with spicy Cajun Alfredo pasta.
What?
How's that sound to you?
Sounds delicious.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I might go for some of that. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I might get a woman to make me some of that. Where you at, woman?
You're having trouble just getting a sandwich. I feel for you.
Yeah, get your ass in the kitchen and make me a sandwich and some steak bites and some pasta.
Yeah, with garlic butter.
Now, July 8th today turns out to be the day that most people around the planet experience daylight at the same time. Don't ask me how. This means 99% of Earth's 8 billion residents will be on the sunlit side of Earth at the same time. Don't ask me how.
That's impossible.
Is it? Okay. Well, they're saying today's today. I guess 7:15 a.m. earlier today, Eastern time. I don't know.
Where the hell's the rest of the planet?
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Well, I don't know. All I can say is the sunlight came up today for me. Right on time.
Yep. Oh, I get to go see Superman tonight.
Oh,
is it already coming out
for you?
So they did a thing. They had this like Amazon Prime premiere or something where you could get a ticket for these Amazon screenings. So I think the 11th is the actual release date. But so I am going to have to run in a bit, but I'm going to go and check it out. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping it's a good film. I love Superman. So
is it good at your local theater?
Something on that today. I mean, you know, yesterday. It's
nice.
I don't know. We'll have to have you back and get your review of that.
Back tomorrow.
I haven't heard anything on it.
Okay.
Is it launching today? I mean, is it out in the movies today, or has it been out? I don't even know.
I think the 11th is the actual release date, but I think I think
They'll
Thursday
probably
night.
have a midnight screening on Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night there'll
Usually
be screenings. Let's see if I can get my camera to work. I was going to show you. Oh, if I can.
Hey, why don't you just take a camera in with you and film the whole thing for us, and then we can all watch it.
Oh, it'll be fun to be kicked out of the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was going to show you. I got the last 3 of the Star Trek trading cards. So
there
is now the complete set. This
is great.
Thank you. The Doomsday Machine came with the middle 3 here. Those were with City on the Edge of Foreclosure, and then these are 1 each for the movies, and they come inside the DVDs. So now I've got enough for a whole sleeve.
Now, how do you make those up?
Well, I do them like in Illustrator or whatever, but then I think it's GoPrint I've been going to, and they actually will print with a UV coating on the front and not on the back. But I actually have like a little fake paper overlay that makes it look more like cardboard. It's actually pretty slick. But
very nice, very nice. I like a lot.
And they all correspond to actual cards from the 1970s Star Trek cards. They have the,
they look like the old Topps, the old Topps layout of cards, like Star Wars had.
Yeah, so each one of these has an actual real world one that goes to it. And then we talked about this last time, so I picked it up. It's the Saga of the Super Sons, the Superman Jr. and Batman Jr. from the 70s.
Okay. But now it seems like they had something like that even in the 60s.
It started like in 71 or something like that. So it was fairly early in this. But it was I haven't read all of them yet, but every one of them is basically, the generation gap thing of nobody understands me because I'm a young person, and Superman and Batman are dads and they're all square. I don't remember if I showed this. I picked this up from Fantagraphics. It's some of the Mad comic knockoffs. They had a bunch of different comics that I think there may even be a page of some of the.
Now, did EC come out with some of those knockoffs?
Yeah, I think Panic was one that EC did.
Yeah.
And they just have like 1 or 2 stories. There's one in Whack. But they really were not as good. You could tell that they were basically trying to ape the Mad comic and not really doing that great. There's a Riot.
Yeah. I've seen some of these titles. That's neat that they combine them all into a book. Nuts. Yeah. Whack nuts.
But I don't know. It's fun. I do love the old Mad comic. As much as I love Mad Magazine, the Mad comic I think was its own thing. And let's see, Madhouse comics.
I didn't get it every month, but I got quite a few of them growing up, and I always enjoyed them. Flip. Yeah.
But they
Harvey might have came out with something.
Yeah, I'd have to go back through these to see who the publishers were, but it looks like everybody jumped on board and they all basically copied, trying to do the Bill Elder unsane. So you're not mad, you're unsane. But and then I don't know if I showed this, but I backed one of these Bone things recently, and they came out with this nice hardcover of the first part of Bone in the original black and white, and a ton of stuff in the back. Almost every bit of Bone stuff there's.
That's neat. I've got some older Bone since I bought that comic book place out. It had a lot of Bone comics and some of the original from the original publisher. I want to say
Cartoon
Cumley
books?
Comics or something. I don't know, but it switched publishing.
I think he was Cartoon Books, because I think he started off by himself.
Okay.
Then he went to Image, and then he went back to. I was getting them back in the day, and it's pretty cool though. He's been doing his own crowdfunding and putting out these nicer books. There was another one I got that was it had started as his college newspaper strip.
So that's a crowdfunded book with the slipcase and everything. Wow. Yeah. He must be doing it over there on Kickstarter. I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah, it's on Kickstarter. But he put out that one with the comic strip, which was interesting. You could tell he didn't want to do it. The Super Sons, not only were they hippies, but the dialogue does not translate well anymore, because Bruce Jr. is supposed to be the more hip one, and it would be very easy to believe that Clark Jr. and Bruce Jr. were more than friends. They're always calling each other love and baby.
Oh, wow.
There's one where this girl is trying to hit on him, and she's saying, "Bruce, lover, why so down? Come dance with Debbie." And Bruce says, "No chance, doll. I'm waiting for someone I need, like bad." And that's Clark. He needs Clark.
That sounds
bad.
That sounds.
Because only Clark Jr. can understand Bruce Jr.'s pain. But it's pretty
That's
wild.
terrible.
They did do a story, I think in the 80s, where they tried to explain how they existed. Because obviously,
I'm still confused.
Neither
by
Clark
that.
or Bruce were married, and they didn't have 21-year-old sons. So the story that they came up with was that they were running a computer simulation in the Fortress of Solitude. What if they had sons, and they were just part of a computer simulation?
Wow.
Then something happens, and they come out of the computer, and because they're not supposed to be there, bad stuff happens wherever they go, so they have to kill themselves.
Sheldon says they're more than friends now, right?
You're going like, wow, the young guys in the early 70s were a lot more open to.
So they had been planning it since the 70s, this whole thing, huh?
I don't think so, because I don't think they would have even known the idea of a computer simulation.
Well, they had one called
No, them being more than friends. But
they had a character. They had two characters that were similar in the 60s. One called Nightwing, that was kind of like a Batman-ish.
Oh, you're talking about Nightwing was when Superman and Jimmy Olsen would go down into the bottled city of Kandor, and Superman didn't have any powers, so he was Nightwing, and
fire.
Jimmy Olsen, he's Flamebird.
Flamebird, yeah.
Oh my
Another
God.
unfortunate.
Oh, is that where that comes from? Because it would be
Nightwing.
If he went down to Kandor, Kandor must have been under.
He didn't have powers.
Under a red sun lamp or something, right?
Right. So he didn't have powers. They had little jetpacks so they could fly. and they would have adventures in the bottled city of Kandor as
Okay.
Nightwing
All
and
right.
Flamebird.
I did not know that. I
Flamebird,
think a lot of those
oh,
were
boy.
presented as imaginary stories. This is a
Yeah, poor
2000.
Jimmy Olsen with orange hair in a red outfit.
Oh, okay. He
Sounds
was
like a
Flamebird.
flamer to me.
He flamed out. From a 2006 proposal for a creature from the Black Lagoon that never got off. There's kind of a redesign for a 2006
I don't like
movie.
it.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah,
I think he's too thin.
Yeah.
I want him to be a little more of a monster.
A little more thick.
I want him to be intimidating. I want you to if you saw this guy in the water, go, that's it, I'm dead. Yeah.
Instead of wanting to throw him on a pizza or something.
But I am shocked that they have never
like
made
an anchovy.
creature. I'm shocked that they've not made a creature from the Black Lagoon. There you go. That's a creature from the Black Lagoon, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that paw. Look how big that paw is. He can really move in the water with those
sharp claws on him. Scary dude.
I think the best kind of version of that kind of creature of the Black Lagoon was that one that Guillermo del Toro made, that movie with the chick falls in love with the sea creature.
Shape of Water or something. I've never actually seen it.
Yeah. Oh, it's good.
It's pretty good.
It's as good as some blueberry cheesecake. Oh yeah.
But they've never really used that character as a big horror other than that initial film, right? I mean,
there were two, were there two or three?
There were three, and I think on the second one, Clint Eastwood made his debut in movies. He's actually got a pretty good opening row at the beginning of the movie. You know, he's on there for a couple.
I remember they capture him and he's running around in like hospital clothes.
Yeah, they made him more human like. They did surgery on him.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad. I mean, you know,
but I did
kind of feel for the creature.
I do have the 3D version of Creature from the Black Lagoon, and it's great. It's really cool in 3D when you're underwater and he's swimming.
Here's a movie that's kind of intriguing that I want to see from back in the day. Rocket Ship
back in the day.
Rocket Ship XM with Lloyd Bridges.
Noah Berry's in that
too. Hell yeah. He goes way back.
Well, this is Noah Berry Jr. This is his son.
Oh, it's Junior.
Back in the day.
Now I really want to see it. Okay. I don't know what a Noah Berry Jr. would look like. That's kind of like Harry Carey and Harry Carey.
If he hung out with Errol Flynn Jr. and they that only the two of them understood each other.
I have a Tama from Heavy Metal piece here by John Gallagher, the artist. Check this out if you're a heavy metal fan. I think they should go back and do some more animated heavy metal or Metal Who Aren't type stuff, Mark. You know, animated.
Haven't they had trouble keeping the magazine in print? I think that's
I was going to say that
kind of a lost.
Well, I mean, they've done a crowdfunder for 1 and 2 on heavy metal, and it looks awesome. Looks like it's going to be a great magazine. Gilman on Monster Squad.
They're having trouble just keeping the magazine alive, and you're shooting for animation. That's a tough one, tough sell, you know.
Yeah, I'm a Monster Squad person, 100%. Forget Goonies, don't care about it. Monster Squad is where it is. Those Universal. Give me that amulet, you bitch.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines from that is when I think it's one of his dads and the other guys are detectives and they go and they're at the museum or whatever, and the one guy goes, "This is too hard. Let's be firemen instead."
Do the truffle shuffle, chunk.
Here's a responsible parenting. Well, that was Highlander. What did you think? It was awesome. Are there any more Highlander films? Nope. There can be only one. There can be only one.
Been only one. Yeah.
There probably should have only been.
How
one,
long did that TV show go? I never watched it, but that TV show was on for a long time.
The first 3 seasons were really good, and some of the 4th season was okay, but then it started kind of doing what all shows like that do. They start grasping at straws. They get formulaic.
Well, and a lot of those shows around that time, they were doing that first run syndication, and that money started drying up. And they didn't. You remember the worst was when Airwolf went to syndication, or no, it didn't go to syndication. Was it went to USA Network? And they had to kill off the main character, and and they killed off Ernie Borgnine. They killed him off. Supposedly a helicopter exploded near him, and the guy that they had didn't look anything like Ernest Borgnine.
Yeah.
Ernest Borgnine didn't even show up to be killed off.
I think today actually is Ernest Borgnine's birthday.
Well, there's a coincidence for you.
Yeah.
There we go. Ernie Borgnine.
Great guy.
Yeah. Started out with that big movie Marty in like 1955, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And that's like what the big catchphrase from that movie, Mark, was, "What do you want to do?" "I don't know. What do you want to do?" "I don't know. What do you want to do?" And they go back and forth, all throughout the movie. "I don't know. What do you want to do?" They can't make their mind up. Yeah. But he was in Wild Bunch, Dirty Dozen, Poseidon Adventure, The Vikings.
Yeah.
Ice Station Zebra. That's cool.
McHale's Navy was
The Black Hole, Escape from New York. He was in
yes,
Airwolf,
that's right. He was
like
the cabbie in Escape from New York.
Yeah.
Did you all hear Michael Madsen passed away like on the 3rd of July?
I did, yeah.
Yep.
Kill Bill,
I think I
Reservoir Dogs.
reported on that.
Did you? I must have missed it. Sorry.
Greg said I reported on that like he was breaking the news to the world.
Breaking news with Rex Christian on YouTube.
Rex immediately was live on TMZ to tell people about it.
Right.
Yes, I'm here in front of Michael Madsen's house where he just recently passed away the day before 4th of July.
Which has nothing to do with this smoking pistol in my hand.
Wow, that's too much like, but another birthday boy, Kevin Bacon, turning 57.
No way.
Yeah, 57.
Kevin Bacon has to be older than 57.
I cannot believe he's younger than I am. I thought that dude was way older.
I'm 57. I don't believe Kevin Bacon's the same age as me.
It's hard living.
And actually younger than me. So.
It's hard living.
I'm sure he looks a lot better than I do, but is that true? I always assumed that he was a little bit older than me.
I thought he was too. I'm not going to lie.
He was born July 8th, 1958. He's 67.
Yeah, he's 67, Rex. What are you doing to us?
Oh my God! Now he's reporting the day's wrong. The actor's incorrectly.
He's reporting as accurately as CNN.
Rex has got his pistol.
He's about to go as senile CNN.
Rex is about to get the scoop that Kevin Bacon has died. He's on his way.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Kevin Bacon is 10 years older than me.
I mean, thank God, man. It was like, oh, there's no way that cat is younger than I am.
I mean, I was in high school when Footloose came out, but I knew that he wasn't high school aged.
Right.
It does say here, because he was so young in it, his first movie was Animal House.
That's right.
Really, Animal House. Love that movie.
Yeah, he was one of the military cadets. He was one of the jerks. The thank you, may I have another type guys.
Okay, all right.
But that's the thing. That's how you can connect everybody. What's that?
One of the guys that recently passed away, Julian Mahone. He was Nip Tuck. He played Fantastic Four.
He was Dr. Doom, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Dr. Doom. he recently passed away too at 54. He was kind of young.
He was
Yeah,
young,
I was shocked by that. I never like to think that I'm older than Dr. Doom.
Right?
Was I right about Kevin Bacon? Was I right about him?
No,
Because
you're
I'm
10
kind of
years
shocked
off.
that he's younger than I am.
You're 10 years off.
You were
He was
10
born in
years off,
1958.
Rex.
He's
Okay, so
67.
he's 77? Wait a minute.
No, 67.
He's 67. No, that's what I said was 67.
No, you said 57.
You said 57. Yeah.
Okay, well, he is 67. Yes, indeed. Yeah. I'm sorry. The mind says one thing and the mouth says another one. Japanese Playboy in the 1960s. Here's you want to see some Japanese Playboy covers from the 1960s? There we go.
Let's see.
Oh, wow.
My goodness, that's
You know what
that's
that's an octopussy.
That's a little risque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
I
struck.
hope YouTube don't flag you.
Oh, that's the Arabian.
Arabian
I don't know.
camel toe.
Well, you know what? I think MacArthur put in some kind of laws when he was briefly over Japan about obscenities. That's why to this day they have to blur stuff out.
There you go. Senility Network News.
SSN.
Yep, that is.
With your anchorman Rex.
Yeah, he turns red. Red as a beet, At least he has some coloring.
Sheldon, the first pick of tentacle porn.
David Brink dropping the M droids. He said he drew this at age 19. Pretty good artwork for age 19.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for 19. Heck, I couldn't have done something like that at 19.
Yeah, we don't believe him though.
We don't believe him? Okay.
Oh, look. That one character was called Glitch.
Oh, yeah. Jolt, Glitch, Stronghold, and Whipsaw.
Bring that back up.
Okay. Can do that. There we go. He is called Glitch. Yep. He has not been used yet, though. He's not made an appearance yet, but he might be working on it.
Omer, you better get on the ball.
I got on. I'm on the ball already.
I think Glitch can be public domain. He's
I'm
already done an ash can.
Well, I got an ash can.
All right, okay, all right, easy, killer, easy.
Art of Roy on the CG draw stream. He drew Conan. Of course, Conan was the top thing. Here's his Conan. Pretty sweet.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Not bad. Like to see that thing inked up.
I recently saw a Conan page by John Buscema where he had basically just done layouts. He had kind of sketched in where the figures were, and it was up to the inker really to finish the stuff. I mean, they were great layouts, but he was drawing a ton of stuff there for a while.
Yesterday was
draw like 4 issues a week.
The day before yesterday was John Byrne's birthday. He turned 75.
Yeah. I guess he's stuck to his being retired thing. I guess we're never going to see any more Byrne.
Here's your werewolf representation for today's Shadowhawk. American Werewolf in London. I wish I had this book. That looks dope.
Wow.
Maybe it's a sheepdog. Maybe not.
That's got to be like some facsimile or something. Or does that say 50 pence? Because a 50-cent comic takes you way back to 1981. And that doesn't look like
Yeah.
It doesn't look like 81 art.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like 81 coloring though.
Now, do you remember how did they kill the werewolf? Because it only got his friend, and he just kind of got wounded and bit, and then later became a werewolf.
I don't remember the ending of.
I don't remember how they killed the werewolf. You know, if he had something in
He
his backpack or
the werewolf jumps him and bites his hand off and falls into the cracks of doom. And Sauron
okay. Frank Frazzetta's Conan. It's interesting that he gave him sort of a face mask.
Yeah,
see a shadow.
Death dealer. Little death dealer.
He probably took it off the cold dead hands of one of his victims, to tell you the truth.
Why would they be wearing a mask on their hands?
Yeah, the UK police shot the werewolf. Well, that's ultimately how he winds up. Yeah, but the werewolf that makes him a werewolf on the moors and gets his friend, you know, and I think it's, and I did go see that at the movies. I like it. I never saw The Howling, but now
exactly how did the English Bobby shoot him when they don't carry guns? I mean, what do they do?
Yeah,
they do. They nightstick him to death.
Yeah.
Oi, you stop
there! Did they carry guns back in the day? Did they ever carry guns?
No, not.
You guys know this guy, right? I mean, he's been in a lot of Gunsmoke. There we go.
Russell Johnson,
the professor from yeah, but he did a lot of those westerns. He was in a lot of Gunsmoke. He usually plays a bad guy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you some facts about him.
Okay,
he was a very humble
57.
Guy. No, yeah,
57 years old.
He's dead. Yeah, Russell Johnson, who played the professor on Gilligan's Island, flew 44 combat missions as a bombardier during World War II. He broke both ankles during a crash landing in the Pacific and treaded water for 12 hours until rescued. He was, like I said, very modest and rarely spoke of what he had done. But,
wow.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that. He was another one of those, well, at least as the professor, he was one of those, you know, really mellow, quiet guys.
Those quiet heroes.
Yeah.
Galactus. That's kind of wild interpretation of Galactus.
That's the Omerglitch version of Galactus.
Yeah.
Marcus Kilroy says that Russell Johnson was perfect for Reed Richards. Alex Ross used him as Reed Richards in Marvels.
Wow, that's a good call.
Yeah,
that's a really good call.
If you see any of the Reed Richards and Alex Ross's Marvels, that's Russell Johnson.
Nice.
Kim Darby, 78 years old is her birthday. She's in Gunsmoke several times. Yeah, Kim Darby. Of course, she was in the original True Grit.
Yeah.
Was wonderful in True Grit with John Wayne and of course the original Star Trek. She was Miri, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that.
That was kind of like a third season. Not that.
That was the first season episode. That was the first season episode.
She was in The People, and one of my all-time favorite horror movies for TV, made for TV. You scare the hell out of me. Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, 1973. She was in Teen Wolf.
Was she in Gunsmoke?
1996. Was she in Gunsmoke? Yes, she was. Several times.
Yep. I knew it.
Can't be a good actress.
She got killed in every appearance.
Wasn't Harrison Ford in a Gunsmoke? I want to say he was. He played. I
haven't seen him yet. He probably comes in later.
It would be in the later ones.
But Shatner was in one, wasn't he?
Shatner.
I don't know.
Oh, William Shatner. Yes, I saw that episode recently. Yeah.
And so was Chuck Connors.
Oh, and Leonard Nimoy. He was in a lot of them. He was in a lot of Gunsmoke. Yeah.
Yes, Spock needed that paycheck bad. He's like, let me.
I love watching Gunsmoke because, I mean, I'm up to I think 1968 right now on season 14.
Okay.
But
then you should be seeing Harrison Ford soon then.
But now I've seen Romulans and all kinds of, a lot of the B characters in the original Star Trek that played Romulans or Klingons, things like that, are in Gunsmoke.
Well, look,
and
Rex,
those guys had to travel.
Got a question.
Travel around. They had to work.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Rex.
Mm-hmm.
Did Matt Dillon and Miss Kitty ever hit that?
I've not seen that yet.
Has he ever gone upstairs and they closed the door?
All right.
Yeah.
And ended the episode.
You're correct, Sheldon. In the original Wolfman, if you think about it, he's beaten to death with the cane by the Invisible Man, Claude Rains.
Okay.
Because Claude Rains was the Invisible Man. But he was also in the Wolfman movie.
Marcus Killigrew says, Rex watches Gunsmoke. I watch Rockford Files. And Marcus, I watch Columbo.
Okay, Harrison Ford was in
Maverick.
2 episodes.
Maverick ran from 1957 to 1962.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
Harrison Ford was in 2 episodes of Gunsmoke in 1972 and 1973.
Okay, I hadn't gotten to those yet, so I'm going to be going, hey,
He also did an episode of Love American Style.
Oh yeah,
everybody did an episode of Love American Style.
I love Love.
He did an episode of Ironside. And the Mod Squad.
1992, trademarked. Okay.
Glitch.
But that's a new piece you've been working on. Wait a minute. He's retro. He's retro dating.
No, I put the trademark on there of when I actually created the character, but also have the current date too, or the current year.
All right. Okay. Well, 1992. Well, I think glitch can be used by anybody. It's a word.
Yeah, it's a word. It's not like
now if you do a unique logo with it, that's uniquely yours, trademark. You know.
Yeah.
It's all yours, Omer. It's all yours. And there's the ash can.
Well,
cover, right?
it's Omer Garcia the third's glitch.
One shot.
Logo. Yeah.
And what villain did Glitch go up to in with that one? What's his name?
Fire Rock.
Fire Rock. Okay.
Fire Rock.
And when did you do the ash can?
This was published in 2009. 2009.
Sheldon Martin.
Is that a self-portrait on the splash page?
Well, this is Glitch when he was. This is Glitch.
But it looks a lot like you.
When I was younger, sure. Based on me when I was younger.
Okay.
Sheldon Martin says there's a Toby Keith song where he starts off saying, Marshall Dillon never hung his hat at Kitty's place.
So what you're saying is he kept his hat on.
Yeah.
Kept his hat and his boots on, yeah.
My honest answer to your question, Doc, would be, I don't know what happened behind closed doors, but it seemed like they were just really good friends, and I mean, he saved his life more than once.
He wouldn't take the spurs off.
I think the job came in, I think he was always devoted to her, but because I just watched an episode where a woman wanted him to stay in Mexico with her, and she was a good-looking woman. I mean, and there was a kid element to it too. What are we looking at there, Omer? What are you showing us?
So I was talking. I was hanging out with Zaf, and he was telling me about how Christy was a little. I knew that Christy was disappointed in me because I didn't participate, or I haven't participated in the latest Flip City contest. So we started talking and stuff, and they talk about the Jetsons or whatever. And I was like, if I was doing that, old cartoons, I'd do the Jetsons, and I'd do Rosie as like a sex bot kind of thing, and it would be. So I came up with the Getsums, and Rosie's. Boy. This is like, what did I call her? Her name is Rosie Maid. And this is since I was hanging out with Addicts creator Christian Zaffo. This is Rad Dix, so it's Rad Dix. That's his name, and he's a cousin, an extended cousin of the Jetsons, and he's getting excited because he's seeing her. And then
Oh, my.
this is cousin George gets him. George gets him. And he's excited to see her, so he's running over to her booty.
Oh my
And
God.
now it comes with this is a new light feature, and the bottom here glows, so there's gonna be like a light ray down here.
So the theme is
thought
classic cartoon characters dealing with modern issues.
Yeah. So she's a sexy robot instead of
You want to see mine?
instead of the android. The get some. So I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna actually finish it. It's just an
There's my
sketch
entry.
idea.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I embiggened you just by pressing a button. I'm trying. There we go.
Yeah. Nice. That's too funny.
Or Speedy.
Yep. No more underlay for you, kid.
Ariha.
Arriba.
Well, on those happy
Arriba.
notes, I'm going to check out, guys. Get ready to go see Superman. I'll
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
let you guys
Enjoy.
know how it is.
Mark, have a good
Okay.
time.
Hope it's good.
I'll
Dude,
send you a link
good seeing
tomorrow.
you now,
You can
guys.
tell me how you liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adios, everybody.
Tell us about Lewis Lane.
Lewis Lane? Is that a cousin?
Yeah. She's pretty sexy.
Sounds like a porn parody, Marcus says.
Oh my goodness.
The get sums, yes, it does.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
Toby Keith.
yeah,
He's
a lot of it, Is he your neighbor?
Won't you be? Please, won't you be my neighbor?
my neighbor.
So I
And
did
Ronnie Dangerfield. Hey, we're all going to get laid. I love some Rodney Dangerfield.
No respect, I tell you, no respect.
No respect. No respect.
I tell you, I walk in the room, the mice jump on chairs. So ugly, my family portrait hung itself.
Now, here was the comic book. I might not have got the special, but here is the, whoops, let me add it to stage. There we go. Early comic book that I featuring the Liberty Legion going up against those Ratsies, those Nazis. This introduced me to like the Wizard. Not a great name nowadays for a character, right? So he's like got to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes.
Terrible
It's still
name.
kind of cool, though. It's still kind of cool, I would say. It's still kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, you got to take some of
I'm
that.
the wizard.
I'm the wizard. Fear me.
Yeah,
Or
Yeah,
Blue Diamond. That's another.
I remember their team ups with the Invaders, and you had what was it? Was it Lady Liberty or Miss Liberty?
Yeah, Miss Liberty, I think. Yeah, I
the
think
the Wither. Ugh.
Yeah, the Wizard turned out to be the stepdad of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in the Avengers, if you remember.
But that doesn't make any sense. How's he the stepdad?
Because Magneto is their real father. I don't know. Maybe they got adopted. I don't know. But I think this is Miss Liberty right there, her headshot. This is Jack Kirby cover.
It is. That's Miss Liberty. And
wonderful issue. I think this might have been maybe a continuation from the.
See, the way it works, annual. Doc, when you're a stepdad, it means you didn't make the baby.
Yeah, my thinking there was whoever thought of using a connection between, Wizard and Quicksilver, Speedster and Speedster. Okay, that makes sense, but it's his stepfather. Okay, now it doesn't make sense.
Right.
It's been so many years ago, and I'd have to read the Marvel Essentials because I don't think I have the originals anymore. The reason that they gave for that, why he was their sort of stepfather. But that was my introduction to him.
Union Jack, way better.
Yeah, Union Jack,
way better character. Way
I think so too. Yeah, the costume's better. Yeah,
I like
another Jack Kirby cover there. Yeah, 1976.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, I didn't pick up very many of those Invaders. Did you, Doc, back in the day?
I did. Yeah, I collected the Invaders. The Invaders, the Avengers, the Defenders, Sergeant Rock, and Sergeant Fury, and the Howling Commandos were the ones I collected.
So you got a little war in there.
Oh, and Mike Grell's Warlord. Can't not get Mike Grell. Come on.
I started reading that series about issue 50, I think, or something like that.
I had no idea what issue it was. I just knew that dude could draw.
Yeah. I mean, I started reading it at the tail end of his run, you know, because he did the majority of that run, you know.
Yeah, he did.
The wizard, all snow will be yellow with him around.
Yeah. Mike Grell's wife actually did some of the breakdowns for him and the inks later on.
Oh, wow.
So they were a team.
Yeah, I really like Mike Grell's style, and it was very Mike Grell. Like, you could tell instantly who it was.
Yep.
Like, and there's nobody else who kind of drew that way. Like, no one else really.
Jay Gonzo,
didn't have any clones.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Calavera cover. I'm sorry. Retailer exclusive.
Bless you.
So it's going to be a rare one to find. Not much like
I heard some mumbling. Okay. Is he okay? Is he having a stroke? What's happening?
That's my old man grumbling about shit art.
Oh.
Speaking of shit art, we showed one of your covers on Project Orion earlier. Doc.
Holy shit. That was rough.
Well, he said he didn't like it.
Which cover?
Yeah.
He did the Project Orion cover.
Oh, yeah, I didn't care for it.
The cover you don't like, yeah.
Here's one of the undergrounds I happen to own.
Not my best effort.
Well, why not, Doc? I mean, somebody, you know, how did that come about? He just contacted you and said, would you do a cover for the campaign?
Yes, and I told him I absolutely would. And I'm not to throw Anthony under the bus, but he composited it and he colored it, and I wasn't happy with either.
Oh, okay.
Love you, Anthony.
Anthony's fault. Got it.
Now, this is a confusing cover to me here. I mean, I've never seen this before. I don't know. I assume this is a real cover. If it is, it's kind of whack, really.
I mean, it's cool. Wolverine's putting his cigar out on Iron Man's face mask.
Yeah, I guess.
Wasting a perfectly good cigar, but okay.
Well, there is that. And it does have the beast holding his nose. I've never seen him do that before. You. Out of all the Avengers, probably Captain America is your favorite, wouldn't you think? That would have been my guess for you.
Cap, the Vision, and Thor.
Why the Vision?
Vision was so underrated as a character. You think about Star Trek, Mr. Data. All right. Multiply Data's abilities times 1,000, and you got the Vision, plus the control over his mass and density, plus his solar heat vision. The dude is a fucking wrecking ball.
Well, right. But I just had to ask that because Vision really didn't have that much of a personality.
Yeah, he did.
Well, I mean, you had to stick with it several issues. He's an android, you know, so he didn't.
No, he had Wonder Man's brain pattern, so he.
Yeah, there was a love arc with. I mean,
Scarlet Witch, and
yeah, he's not the, you know, but yeah, I love the Vision too. I mean, I did. I loved them all. I thought you know, when you and I were reading it, Doc, that I mean, with Hellcat and the Beast there, and the Vision and Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man, Moondragon, maybe.
I fell in love with the Vision in the episode where they go up against the Squadron Supreme with the Serpent Crown, and the only one left standing is the Vision, and he takes down the whole Squadron Supreme by himself in seconds. He just mows right through them.
Yeah,
Is that why they kept talking about bringing Wonder Man into the Marvel universe because of Vision? And then we got the White Vision, and all of a sudden everybody was like, "Oh my God, they're gonna bring in Wonder Man! Wonder Man! Who's gonna be Wonder Man?" And
well, I mean, if they did that, it would be backwards because Wonder Man was around first, and then there was a Vision, but it's not the Vision, and then Wonder Man, and then the one we know as the Vision came along.
Right, but I thought there was a tie in there. Like that's why they were trying to bring in Wonder Man, because they were going to tie him into the Vision Scarlet Witch show or whatever.
Somehow, yeah.
1965 design for a car. There's your little Jetson bubble.
Wow.
You didn't have one of those to go to school in, Rex? We did. Kidding.
Kidding, yeah. It was in the snow, uphill, all the way for 10 miles. And we were barefoot.
Oh, man.
That was the Rotar custom car designed by Ed Big Daddy Roth.
Big Daddy Roth. They call him the Big Daddy.
Now check this out. Saw blades made as axes. Yeah.
You know.
Wow. Those are pretty cool.
Go barbarian and hear the lamenting of all your women. Later.
Olaf, I need a new axe. All right, Hans, I will make you one. Go to Home Depot, get a circular saw.
This is a Polish poster for Terminator in 1984. Kind of wild.
That's kind of cool.
Electronic murderer.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. I imagine something like that would be worth something today, huh?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen a little pygmy possum?
I've never seen one.
How big can their pouch be if they're a possum?
Jeez, they're microscopic.
Yeah. How big is their pouch?
Centimeters.
I'm gonna call shenanigans on that.
It's AI.
Well, maybe
that is cute though. That is cute. That is kind of cute.
Looks like a mouse. Little field mouse. Now that I see the tail and the head configuration. Sort of sideways.
Yeah, that's not a possum.
Well, that's what they call it. Maybe it's just a rodent. Do you think it's probably a rodent?
That's a chicken McNugget in the raw.
Little pygmy possum, they call it.
The chicken McNugget. It's funny.
How do you say this? Afro Gato?
No, we can't see it, so we don't know how to say it.
AFOGATO. Affogato. An Italian dessert where vanilla ice cream and espresso served in Florence.
Mm.
It wouldn't be bad, would it? I mean, strong coffee and vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying no to that.
Better maple bacon waffle cheeseburger.
Oh.
How about that? Would you eat that? I would.
I would.
Dude, I'd tear that thing out the frame.
I actually use little Eggo waffles. I mean the generic
Get
brand.
back in the kitchen, woman. Make me one of them
sandwiches like that. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder where the maple comes in.
And then you put lime on it.
Yeah. I'm having a kiwi lime today drink.
With a little shrimp scampi with that lime.
I guess the maple was the maple smoked bacon.
How dare you? You should own a green car. Absolutely. From Bullet. Love it. Steve McQueen spinning out. Man.
Oh, man. It's funny.
If there's one vintage car I would like to have, of course, I loved we had a 67 olive green Mustang when I was growing up. Loved it.
We had that same color Vista Cruiser.
This is one of the oldest wooden now escalators. It's located in Belgium. Built in 1933, still in use.
Wow.
Wooden escalator.
Wow.
I
mean, when it breaks down, it just becomes stairs. So it's all good.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's true. Yeah.
Damn
500-year-old medieval house built in the 16th century in Ornum, France. It's amazing, and I guess it's because the French gave up to the Nazis that landmarks like this weren't destroyed, Doc, during the war. But it's amazing that they survived to today, considering how brutal World War II was.
Hey, Apex, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Apex.
Well, wouldn't you know it? Wooden stairs. Get it?
What's
wouldn't
up,
you
Apex?
know it?
Wouldn't you know it? Are you inking your what is this?
This is a glitch piece.
A facial piece, okay.
Yeah, it's just a head sketch glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, see, you could be working on Christie's Flip City piece, but no, you might not get it done in time.
Yeah.
But Doc got his done.
Still like 20 days left. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, you should be able to.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to give other people a chance because I don't want to win them all, and then I don't want to get disappointed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
By getting.
That's got to be a feather in your cap, though, for Christie to say, "Aren't you going to do something for this issue?"
Yeah, I don't want to be robbed of my wins. So yeah, that's it.
And it's not like you're on the.
It's all rigged over there.
You're not getting paid.
Right.
It's like fan art or something.
Yeah.
So you ceased to be a fan after the first time you won.
I tried on the second one, and I got robbed. So it happens.
Still,
I guess.
Oh, you got robbed. Oh, yeah.
I got robbed of my win.
Now here's Bosch's
fake news.
That's got Pigman. I backed that book over there on Fun My Comic. Here's his Conan from the drawstring. I kind of like his style myself. It's not as polished as some, but
it's a cool style. Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah,
I kind of get a Thundar the Barbarian type vibe off this as well.
Yeah. It was rigged, I tell you, rigged.
Well, it may have very well been, Scott Collins, 100%. Who I know for his Flash stuff, I thought this was since John Byrne's birthday was just 2 days ago, turning 7. He drew one of John Byrne's characters that he created from Alpha Flight, Puck. You don't see a lot of people drawing Puck.
Well, that's the only reason for that, though, is because it's a stupid character.
Yeah, well, an athletic midget, right?
It's a stupid character.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Squadron Supreme, and you were, Doc, I mean, they had Tom Thumb, and he was on like a jet platform. Remember that?
Stupid character.
Although how he navigated that thing, I don't know. It had one little cone-shaped thruster underneath it. How you control that thing, I don't know. But
Stupid.
Huck is cool. How dare you? How dare you, Doc? Apex
Stupid character.
Yeah. Yes, that's Bosch's piece. Yes, Apex. He's got Pigman. I just want to read his book. I want to see what it's all about. He's got a very visceral, feel to his work. I kind of like that, the unpolished look. We don't need no king except one. There we go. Jack the King Kirby sitting and painting.
With his shorts pulled up over his belly button. Go, Jack.
Yeah. Hey, he earned that.
It's going to be Jesus. I thought it was going to be
another World War II vet there.
A hero.
A hero. Was he a hero in World War II? Was he?
He was.
Okay.
You
care to elaborate on that, or?
Well, I don't want to tell the story.
Okay.
I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't want to. I don't want to tell the story wrong.
Okay, that was a struggle.
Glenn Fleming could tell you better, but he was caught behind enemy lines, and he got either frostbite or bad hypothermia, and he made his way back out under heroic circumstances. We'll put it that way. Yeah,
Marcus says,
yes,
he was at the Battle of the Bulge. Wow.
Yeah, I think it was hypothermia, Doc. Yeah, and he fought his way out or something.
Yeah. Don't remember. I don't remember the details, and I don't want to get it wrong. But next time you see Glenn Fleming, he'll tell you the story.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember. It's in the documentary. There's a documentary on Jack Kirby. It's in that. Yeah.
Yep. I've got the book right over there, but.
While everybody was drawing Conan, Peter Gilmore did a pit, and there's his pit.
Right on.
Did you ever pick up Pitt, Doc, or were you out of comics by that time in the 90s?
No, I was working in comics at that time, but I was not.
Oh wow.
An Image fan. Yes. Yeah, he did get frostbite. Yes. And it was his feet. I was trying to remember. But yeah, they managed to put him back together again, and he did all right. But no, I never got into Pitt. I wasn't an Image fan. Not because I had anything against the guys. I was just, I was too busy doing my own thing.
Right on. Well, I mean, that's okay.
It was too much to follow on a limited budget, is what I'm saying to you.
Pitt, baby. So you're drawing comics, Assassinette, right?
Assassinette. Yeah, I was doing Assassinette. I was doing a book called Alpha Strike and one called Beck 6.
And out of all those, which one did you like working on the best?
Alpha Strike.
Alpha Strike. Okay. Were all the same company came out with that?
No. Different companies.
Oh, my phone's going off.
Assassinette was Pocket Change Comics, and the other two were Fusion Press.
Sheldon says Pitt happens, but Puckett.
Oh, funny.
What if Jack Kirby drew an issue of Pitt, Del Keown would have lost his shit.
Wow.
Doc Blaylock is scheduled to play Puck in the new MCU Alpha Flight movie. Doc's payday is $15 million. For that, he probably would play.
I absolutely would. Sign me up.
Of course, everybody else would have to be monstrous so that he could be so small.
Well, let's get these tights. Let's get them on, boys.
Maybe that's the episode where Puck grows and he's the biggest member of Alpha Flight. Hey?
Let me get this money. I don't care what it is. Let me get it. Let me get this 15 mil.
There he is with the Post-it notes. He'll spend as much time on making those Post-it notes, Doc, as you will a page of artwork.
No, I did these real quick. These didn't take that long.
Yeah, only 30 minutes a piece. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, these are all done now. I'm not going to do anything.
They're all done. I can use them till I want to redesign it.
Yeah. But I'll be right back.
Well, that just ends the show if he's going to disappear.
Thanks a lot. Keep collecting.
See how